Well, good evening. So it's the first day of working on the camper. I have, how many days? 40, I don't know, less than 2 months until I can stop working at my normal day-to-day job. Then I'll have 2 weeks to get the camper ready, and we leave March 31st. So this is my first night of being able to work on the camper. It's a Friday night in January. It's 74 degrees. I'm sweating my butt off. The camper is 2 hours away from our house, my sister's, because you can't get it in our house. Our driveway's too steep and it won't, and it goes up real quick, so you can't get it up the hill. So I park it here. And so I've just brought down a load. It looks like Amazon threw it up all over our house, so I figured I better get some of it out. And down here I've got new lithium batteries for our solar. I'm going to upgrade our solar. Right now I'll show you the solar system in probably another video or something. But right now I have a massive 200 amp hour AGM battery on the front. It's 135 pounds, and it never really, I mean, it only gives us 100 amps, which we don't use a lot. It's actually been okay, but we would like to be able to run our heat, because a lot of times we've been camping where it's 20 and 30 and 40 degrees at night. So, and what we've been doing is we haven't been able to run our heat, so we just pile on blankets, and this morning when I get up I'll run the battery down to 50%, run the heat and get it warm enough, and then, but the battery's never really performed very well. I think it's just because I've got it outside and it's been really cold. We've lived in Grand Canyon two winters, so it's not been real happy, and I haven't taken good care of it. So I've got 400 amp hour lithium batteries that I'm going to put in and inside the trailer, so they're not outside and they'll stay warm. But I thought I should give you a tour of the camper, since we never got around to that. When we first started in 2020, we went on the road. We did it for 2 years, so we did a year and a half at the Grand Canyon and 6 months in Yellowstone. And our thought was to, yeah, we'll video it, we'll do, and we just never. It was all so new and so exciting and so much fun that so we had to come back for family issues, and now we're getting ready to head back out. So we've been home since August of 22. Yeah, August of 22. And now we're going to leave and back again in March of 24. So, beside myself excited about it. Probably doesn't look it. I'm tired and it's hot. I'm sweating. So I'm going to give you a tour of the camper. And we've lived in it for 2 years, so I'm going to make some changes. I'll show you the changes I've already made, that I made before we left last time. And then I'll show you the changes that we're going to make now. I think after 2 years we finally figured it out. I mean, we lived in it for 2 solid years, so we know what we want and what we like. So this chair that I'm sitting in is going to go. It's about knackered. It's not really, these RVs aren't made for constant living, so I'm going to get rid of the the chair. It still works. It's just getting it to fold back down is you kind of have to get out of it somehow and then kick it back down. So we already took one out, and I don't know if you can see, but we've got a shelf here. I'll move it around a bit so you should be able to see. We've got this shelf that we put here because my wife does a lot of online work and stuff, so we put this here for her to have stuff. And then in the little space between the cabinet, right there, we put our fridge. We have an extra fridge, one of the fridge freezers, and we plug it in. And so we learned, we were a long way from grocery stores. We worked at the north rim of the Grand Canyon. We were a couple and a half hours or so from a grocery store, a couple hours. So we made it good. We figured out how to go almost a month without going to the grocery store. And that little fridge freezer, we could pack it full of all the freezer stuff, and plus the freezer in the camper here, we could use that. So it's not one of the big fridges. It's pretty good size. I think it's 8 cubic feet. I forgot. I haven't looked at the specs in this thing so long. So that's the first change that we made. We took the other, it was 2 recliners there to start, so we took that out, put that shelf there, and put there, and that's pretty much all we did up here. Oh god, I gotta clean that all out. You probably can't see it, it's dark, but yeah, let's not look in there. So you can see the camper is destroyed. I've got all my tools and all the parts and pieces and stuff. We didn't do much to the kitchen. I'll have to explain this. This is our heat system now. We do have heat vents in the floor, but somehow underneath here it's collapsed. There's like foam insulation, and it's collapsed under there somehow, so the heat doesn't get under the floor. So it goes under the floor into the bathroom here, and then it goes out and then this way through the middle of the camper, and it wasn't putting out heat. So all I did was connected the heat things. I still got one running into the camper because a little bit does go into there. It'll keep it warm so it won't freeze. But then I just connected it to, I made this little, and these seem to do fine. Someday I'll I'll have to cut the floor here and figure out what went on down there. I can kind of see it on the camera. It's hard to tell when I put a camera down there, but it's pretty well crushed. I'm not sure what happened. Bathroom, we didn't do much. Typical bathroom. Loved it. This was the decision you make with an RV. Do you get the little bathroom and put the bathroom in the back? Blah blah blah. So we have the bedroom in the back, which you can't tell, but this is actually the bed platform. Now it's all the stuff that's usually in the back of the truck storage while it's in storage. So the normal closet right here. And she didn't want me to do anything to this closet because she was going to try it out for hanging clothes and stuff, and that didn't work. She doesn't like that. We don't really she doesn't have that many hanging clothes when we're out camping, because what do you really need hanging clothes for? So she went to this, which isn't quite as good, because this is what I did on my side, is I built shelves. And that is enough for every piece of clothing that I own. It's bigger than it looks. I can put several pairs of pants, tons of t-shirts, and regular shirts, sweatshirts. And then I put, like, I have this up here above the bed. I put another little shelf up there, as you can see. And I put socks and belts and stuff. I have little baskets that go in there. So, and then you can see we're decorating the trailer with postcards. We've decided that is an inexpensive way to decorate the trailer, is just with postcards. So we have them everywhere, and everywhere you look is a memory of somewhere we've been, and that will continue until I don't know, it'll probably continue. We still have a lot of space. Another thing that we did, command hooks. As far as I'm concerned, these are your best friend in a camper. We have command hooks absolutely everywhere. And on these, she hangs purses and stuff, and then all of our coats, raincoats, all that kind of stuff goes here. We have baskets that hang up here normally. I don't know where they are. Oh, here they are. So we have, that's not quite right, but you get the idea. So we have baskets that go up there. We hang everywhere. There's command hooks all over the trailer. You can see this was, we quit and still right at the end of the COVID era, so we still have masks. We hang hats and stuff up here, keys, more stuff. I mean, command hooks are absolutely everywhere in this trailer because they are handy. Go to the bathroom for towels. This little basket is taped down. I use that, get some of that acrylic tape. That's the only thing that actually works in a camper. I think it'll stay on the walls. Now the bathroom is still, these don't do great. They don't stay perfectly, but they stay longer than any other tape I've tried. And here's the pantry. So this is another thing I did, is I added all these shelves in the pantry, because these were basically made, this one was made to be a closet. You can see the hanging, but we don't have that many clothes, and then again, command hooks. So this is pantry storage. So we had two enormous cupboards for pantry, and this time I believe I'm going to put some rollout things in there to make it easier to get at stuff. Probably at least down here, down here. It's not too bad on these middle ones. Oh, see the stain there? That's a whole bottle of olive oil. Yeah, that was fun. So, other thing I did is I put a surge protector. Just here, I did the internal one because they tend, we were reading before we left that they tend to walk off. So this one is actually under there, like behind the circuit breaker panel, under all this mess. And then so when we plug in, it monitors the power and it will shut it off if it's no good, if it's too low, too high, and it's worked great. It shut us off a couple times because of problems with the power, so it has done its job for us. That's Barney, Condor from Grand Canyon, and stuff for Regina to get in the bed. You don't even want to know. I bought since we usually had our mattress, our regular mattress, which is on our bed at home now, I bought an air mattress. Not thinking, I bought one that is 22 inches tall. So it's quite a leap to get into the bed. But when we go back out again, we'll have our regular mattress. So yeah, that wasn't a good thought on my end. So this the main reason we bought this camper was storage. It absolutely has storage everywhere you look. We're gonna turn this one. I'm gonna turn this one into like a bookshelf. So I guess I should go ahead and tell you what we're gonna do here is that's coming out. That's coming out. I'm gonna put a desktop all the way across, and then there'll be two office chairs, and then we're gonna buy a little portable washing machine which can fit under that. And I'm gonna take this panel off and tuck all the solar back up in there, because these cupboards are nice, but we don't have that much stuff. We have done great on getting rid of stuff, so I don't really have anything down there. So I'm going to take that out so I can put the batteries down there, tuck the solar, the inverter, all that stuff back in there. Hopefully, I haven't measured it or anything yet. And she absolutely hates this because she can't get to anything in there. So I'm going to turn that into like a little bookshelf for her. I'll take the side off. I'll probably leave the front on it, but I'll take the side off. And these are pretty handy. We have, as you can see, all of our national park books and stuff are all in here. And there's, oh my god, yeah, we're not gonna look there either. So we made a little towel rack. Our friend Julie made us a little paper towel holder when we had it parked at her house. And I don't know, this might get a rethink. We're doing a rethink here. I think we're going to take out the stove oven, and I'm going to put in a 2-burner propane, and then either turn that into a cabinet or put a little a larger toaster oven in there, because you can't cook anything in these little RV camper ovens. So I think that might be better, or that'll be a cupboard, and then we usually have this, or we have another one of these that sits right here for kitchen stuff. So I could put it on that as well. And then this, I'm going to, we don't use it, we use it to eat, that's it. Now we're going to have a desk. So this, I am going to raise it up high enough to where we can put our fridge freezer under it. And that is going to be a big couch slash bed. I'm going to take all of this off. I'm going to save this top because I may use it over there because it matches the kitchen. And I'm going to raise that up enough where the fridge will go under there. And then we're going to put a big thick piece of high density foam on top of that. And to use it like a couch so you can lay there and watch TV, or if we have somebody come visit, they can sleep on it, because right now they're just not comfortable to sleep on there. But I think we'll use it more just laying around reading or whatever. I don't normally sit up. I broke my back 25 years ago, and sitting is not my favorite pastime, so I either stand up or lay down. So I think this will be a lot more functional for us. Probably not for most people, but hey, we are definitely not most people. Got my Starlink cord down there, which we use it when we need to. A lot of places we've been, we haven't needed to use it. We can use our phones in a hotspot. We have a little jetpack if we need to. Like Grand Canyon, we used it some, but for mostly our phones would work. And so that was it. We're going to turn that into an office, desk, 2 chairs, solar over there, bookcase, big couch. That's the main changes. I've got a spot where I can bring up my solar because I'm going to have an automatic transfer switch for my solar, so I've got to run this 10 gauge wire from there to there. So I bought an extension cord because it's cheaper to buy an extension cord than it is to buy the wire, or it was in this case. Probably not every case, but it was in this case. And that's it, pretty much. Get started working on it. Oh, I'm also going to build her shelves in there now because they really are more useful. We still haven't figured out. I'm going to build some sort of little shelves above the windows, but I haven't really figured what we want because it is pretty tight getting in here and it can't stick out. Well, they really can't stick out anything. But we did our little ceiling, and I put that on backwards. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I put it up there, so I think it should be facing the other way, but it's not. And then, so we made a little star thing on the ceiling. And not much else in here. It's a small camper, but we have lived in it for 2 years, and this is home. I don't feel like the house that we have is home. This is home. Love this camper. Every time I come here, I just feel good, feel better. So we are going to get back out there, and we are going to bring you along this time. We're made a commitment that we're going to do it this time. So we'll be I'm going to do some videos about all the stuff I do in here. I'll do one about doing the dinette couch thing. I'll do one about doing the office. I'll do a solar one. And then on this video, tomorrow, well, probably not tomorrow, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, but one day I'll give you the outside tour, show you. I did some upgrades in the pass-through. I insulated the pass-through and stuff like that, so I've got to organize that after 2 years. It's pretty messy. So there's a little extra solar panel. I have 2 more solar panels to put on the roof. This is a little suitcase solar panel. We have a small Blue Eddy power pack. I love that thing. We've taken it camping a lot, and it just lets us run our little, I don't have to have a cooler with ice now. that little Blue Eddy, we have a, what is it, a 500 watt. It runs our fridge freezer, so I can bring that as a cooler and keep stuff frozen or cold, and it's just been really nice. And that little solar panel has done, it's a 120 watts, so it does a great job. So that's been handy, but mostly when we go camping we take this. But there's some of the like backpacking places and a couple of car camping places that we were only going for a couple of days, so we didn't feel like coming down here and getting the camper. But that's pretty much it. This is our little home.